Hey everybody, and welcome to the Facebook Ads with the Twang podcast. I'm your host, Ben Blackman, and today we're going to be talking about how to grow your Facebook group and your email list at the same time using Facebook ads. Here comes episode 105. Facebook Ads with a Twang is dedicated to taking the often overcomplicated process of creating simple, successful Facebook ads, breaking them down step by step in less than 10 minutes at a time. Let's get started. Welcome everybody to episode 105, and we're going to talk about how to grow your Facebook group and your email list at the same time. So pretty excited about this. I do want to tell you we're going to cover a lot. Okay, so you may have to listen to this more than once. But if you listen to the last episode, you know that this episode 105, is the next to last episode I'm going to do on Facebook Ads with the Twang. So next week is the last one, 106. But I mentioned on the last episode that I'm starting a new podcast. It's called Ads with a Twang, so I can cover more broadly, online ads, more or less. And so it's not that Facebook ads don't work. They absolutely work. I love them. I've had a better year this year than I've ever had. I mean, Facebook ads work. But I want to be able to cover YouTube and TikTok and just be able to get into those things with you, and Google search and stuff. I mean, how underutilized that is in the coaching industry. It's crazy. So I want to be able to cover all those things for you. So, go over to adswithatwang.com. Please, enter in your name and email, and then I'm going to notify you when the new podcast comes out in a couple of weeks or so. And please leave me a review. That's what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is, if you'll do that for me, I'm going to give you access to the 3 brand new courses. And one of them is how to grow your group. It's the entire course of how to grow your group with examples and all kinds of stuff, and using ads and grow your email list. It's great. And then there's 2 other courses in there. And then I'm also going to put you in a drawing for a free iPhone or iPad or Apple Watch or any of the Android equivalents. It'll be your choice. If you're the winner, then I'm glad to do any of those. So adswithatwang.com, sign up so you can get the update and get the review in for me. I really, really appreciate it. One more thing, I just want to mention my son Evan, because people ask about it, and I appreciate that a lot. So for those that don't know or are not a regular listener, my younger son, I have 2 sons, Evan, he's autistic, and he's a good boy. He's a lot of fun and everything, but he's mostly nonverbal. I mean, he can talk and stuff, but you can't have a conversation with him, right? There's no back and forth and that kind of thing. Although he is listening, that he does listen even if you think he's not. Anyway, he's having a bit of a challenge. He's just been not feeling good for quite a while, and they think it's something to do with his gallbladder. Well, today we're finally getting the ultrasound done. So, just send out good wishes. I would appreciate that. And that's what's going on. Okay. So now let's talk Facebook. All right. This is a very powerful method, and I'm not saying I'm the one that came up with it. I just if I saw it somewhere else before, I don't remember it. Okay. It just kind of came to me because, and this is some years ago. I mean, I've been doing this for years, and now I see it in a lot of other places, and people are telling me in some of their masterminds they're teaching this and stuff. So I'm not saying that that's because of me. I'm just saying that's what's happening. And so I got kind of frustrated because people wanted to grow their Facebook group, and Facebook still doesn't allow you to run ads to links that are not on Facebook, right? So that means the only way you can do it, that I knew of anyway, was to run, say, an engagement ad or a video view ad and put your link to your group in the text. And you couldn't, actually use a button, a call to action button or anything like that. And so it wasn't very effective, right? It was hard to measure. It was hard to get people, to join the group doing that. And it just didn't work out. And, I just don't suggest it. So my thought was, well, what if we kind of make people opt in first and then redirect them back to the Facebook group? That way we can send them off Facebook, register the conversion so we can track it. We get them on our email list, and then we send them back to the Facebook group. Will people do that? Will that be too many steps? And my philosophy with all that is look, if people don't want to go through an extra step to join your awesome Facebook group, probably not a good fit. You know, I mean, we don't want to make it super hard for them, but we're not, you know, for coaches and especially high ticket coaches, stuff like that, we're not selling socks. You know, making somebody do an extra step on selling socks, okay, that's not good. But for this, yeah, jumping through a hoop is not a bad thing necessarily. So here's how you do it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can see the bullet points and stuff there, I'm going to kind of skip number 2 and go to 3 and 4, and I'll come back to number 2 in just a second. But what we do is we create an opt-in page. So in other words, somebody sees your ad, they click on it just like if they're opting into a lead magnet. They go to the landing page, they enter in their name and email, they click a button that says go to step 2, right? Not click here to opt in or click here to join or something like that. Just put go to step 2. So when they go to step 2, it takes them to the thank you page. The thank you page says, you know, great job, you made it. Thank you for, you know, just making sure you're a human and not a robot. Now, if you'll click the button below step 3, it takes you directly to the Facebook group to join. And so then it redirects them back to Facebook. Okay, so now what's happened, you have got them on your email list, and you can contact them, you know, through that, and then you've gotten them to go back to your Facebook group to join. So percentage-wise, about 70% of the people who opt in will go back and request to join the Facebook group. So yes, you're going to lose people. You're going to lose about 30%. Okay. If you lose more than that, then it's likely due to the fact that your Facebook group title isn't compelling. Okay, the name of your Facebook group isn't compelling enough to go back and join. Okay. Now, of the people who do request to join your Facebook group doing this method, you need to make sure at least half of them or more are a good fit. In other words, you need to look them up as best you can. You know, look them up on LinkedIn or on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and try to track them down as best you can and make sure they're a good fit for what you're doing. In other words, as an example, let's just say you do health and wellness for you know, high performance, high achieving women, professional women over 35. Well, if you're getting a bunch of people who are men, well, that's not the right people, right? Now, you should be targeting where men aren't in there. It's just women in that case. But, you know, if you're getting a bunch of men, then you need to change up your targeting, right? And that's true for any other characteristic. If you're getting a bunch of people in there who just aren't a good fit, then don't let them in your group. Remove them from your email list. Change up your targeting and change up your Facebook ad because your messaging is not right, but you need to be more specific. So I will say this, you only want to do these ads to your group if you're going to support the group. Don't do it if you're not, because you're just wasting money. Like me, I don't run ads to my group because I don't support the group very well. I know that I'm kind of ashamed to admit that, frankly, but it's true. I have a lot of people asked to join. There's probably a ton of people requesting to join right now that I just never have gotten to because I don't do anything in there. Well, don't do that. If you're going to pay the money, make sure that you're supporting the group. I mean, this is how it's going to work. Now, you don't have to do a Facebook group. I don't. Not really. But if you're going to, just support it. Okay. I don't say anything else about that. So, one thing I want you to think about, though, is that you want to make sure that you refer to your, in your ad, that you refer to your group as new or different or better or unique. It has to stand out because nobody wants to just join another Facebook group, right? It doesn't matter how clever the title is. If it's not something different and you don't call it out as something different or something new, then you're going to have a tough time getting people wanting to join. Okay, and cost-wise, just in general, when it's working perfectly, it's usually going to be somewhere between a free lead magnet thing or a webinar or challenge. The cost is going to be somewhere in between, closer towards the lead magnet, just so you know. But it'll be something like that. So if you're used to getting, $4 leads for your lead magnet, and you're used to paying, $20 for a webinar or something like that, then it's probably going to be like $8 to get people to join the group, something like that. Okay, so 8 to 10. And you might think, oh, that's a lot. Well, we only target highly qualified people. Now, I can get you a bunch of people that are requested to join for like $2 or $1 or even under $1, but they may not be the people that you want. So remember that, okay? These are a lot better quality people. You want to make sure to target the people that you want. And so, and make sure to call them out in the ad and on the landing page. In other words, somewhere in the ad, we want to say, hey, if you're a successful or high performance, high achieving professional woman over 35 and you've struggled to get it right with your body and all the tricks you used to use when you were younger don't work anymore, then you want to check out my new Facebook group. That's what you say. Okay. It doesn't have to go into some long detail. Although that was kind of a long sentence, wasn't it? And the other thing, this is the last thing I want to talk about regarding the ad, and then I'll let you go, is that use a one-word opening. Like, don't try to do a big, long sentence. That's what I just gave you, that little paragraph or whatever I just said. Use that second, okay, or third. Like, you don't need to use it the first thing. So one-word sentence could be, a one-word opening could be lies, and then an ellipsis, or unbelievable, and then an ellipsis, okay? Or you can use like, oops, or seriously, or shh. All those things stop people from scrolling because they want to know what the heck's going on, right? So that's how you start it out. You don't need to use a long headline necessarily. Remember, these ads are relatively short, and you run these ads as conversion campaigns, right? These are conversion campaigns because you're running them to a landing page, so now you can track. Okay, that's it for that. Don't forget to go to adswithatwang.com and get signed up so you can leave me a review. And remember, I'll give you the free stuff I told you I'd give you. You can see all the details on that landing page. All right, that's it. There's one more episode of Facebook Ads with a Twang. That'll be next week. It's episode 106, and that's it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you later.